podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just a body punching? I was hitting him with body punching. I heard him actually, he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
BoxingVoice.com.
So you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, but I knew he was touching and taking those punches.
Dazn Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's number 2 of the day, and we're back with some breaking news. Anthony Joshua versus Luis Ortiz is officially done, meaning it's not happening. We're going to give you all the details as to why. King Kong Ortiz comes out and spills the beans after claiming he was asked by one Eddie Hearn to keep things on the hush so that this fight could be made. This is what we're going to be talking about right here at theboxingvoice.com, right here on youtube.com/theboxingvoice. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so that you know every time we go live. The number to call in and voice your opinion is 1-425-569-5241. Press that one time. You could also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. Let me head on out to my co-host.
Dazn Productions.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. And he stayed out before he said when I stopped.
A man should stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, what's up, people out there in the TBV universe? Speaking of universe, man, fucking Avengers, the end game comes out this weekend, so you guys go check that out. But today we'll be talking about Joshua and Ortiz, the fight that is not going to happen. Apparently, Ness think it's still morning time, even though it's like 5 o'clock, but it's all good. We'll roll with the punches. But Ortiz, man, not going to take any more low ball.
Yo, I just noticed that. Yo, and I made multiple. It's morning somewhere.
Yeah. Ortiz is not taking any low ball offers from Joshua. My biggest thing was the $6.5 million offered, the same amount that was on the table. I mean, we seen Adam Smith in an interview saying that he would love for it to be Ortiz. Sky would love for it to be Ortiz. And it's kind of hard for me to think that Dazn wouldn't like it either. But we'll break it down, we'll get into it, and we'll discuss on why these low ball offers keep happening.
I mean, I hate that he just used the word low ball offer, man. You know, we needed a little bit more than that to, I don't know, justify this, right? Like, are we going to get any receipts? Do we see any numbers, any offers, or is it just going to go down as a low ball offer and we got to take his word for it? I want to know what was going on, especially when you read Luis Ortiz's statement where he says, and I quote, "It's a no-go for June 1st. Sorry, guys. We were told to stay quiet." No, excuse me. Yeah, we were told to stay as quiet as possible and play possum until fight had been made, because every time someone called Luis out, it would be a gimmick to promote themselves, but it still didn't work. We just received the news from promoter that it's a no-go, and it was all a gimmick, and Hearn's lowball offer will not be accepted, and no contract even ever got sent. So sorry to tell the loyal fans, Luis really wanted this title shot. So
now let me put my UK saber cape on right quick, know what I'm saying? Let's play devil's advocate. You say you want that title shot, right? You say you really want that title shot, right? Last time you fought for a title, and we all know the checks that are put out in public are not the checks that the Al Heyman fighters are getting. So 500,000. Let's say you made one and a half, 2 million total. If this is not enough, I mean, we don't even know what the offers were. I mean, I'm not, so I can't even say what it is, and it's not enough. But you gotta think if Eddie Hearn's doing business and he's doing smart business, it would be more than what he got for to fight. Well, a lot more than he got to fight Wilder. So if you really wanted your title shot, why not take this offer that's on the table?
After 5 days of BS, we declined all Hearn's lowball offers, and we're tired of his games. I know the magnitude of this fight. I wasn't going to let Hearn bully me, especially when I know they need Lewis. So where are we here? We got to bring in the con with the lateness. Anyway, so let me get to this quote here. I'm sorry. Trying to join a con and Mike, I kind of lost my place. So anyway, he says, I know the magnitude of this fight. I wasn't going to let Hearn bully me, especially when I know they need Lewis. I mean, who else could they really have to fight and that the public was willing to pay for? Jorge Carmante of Dade County Promotions told Boxing Scene.
And I'm guessing that's the promotional company that Ortiz is affiliated with.
Mm-hmm. And I quote, listen, I like Joshua. I want him to continue to do good, but I don't see eye to eye with Hearn. He's a cheat. I'm done with Hearn. He is a joke. Go take advantage of some other fighter on short notice. I'm done with the games. My fighter is a top 3 heavyweight. Treat him like one. And I quote, with Al Heyman, I never have these money issues. He knows how to treat people fair. End quote. Shots fired. That money, keeping people fair.
The money seemed like a big thing, but like I was saying earlier, when does the allure of being a 3-time or 3-belt holder in the division not bring you into it? How much was the offers? Can we know that? Can we know how much you were being lowball? Do you believe that it was less than the Wilder fight? Do you believe how much significantly less was it than the purse for a Miller? We need to know these things so we can kind of gauge the fucking story as a whole. I mean, Ortiz is saying one thing, then I'm pretty sure Eddie's gonna come out tomorrow or Wednesday and say, hey, we try to get Ortiz, blah, 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 but he didn't want it. But yeah, man, Akon, I'm curious to see what you got to say about this.
Yeah, my issue with it is essentially, I don't really know whether they actually Ortiz actually wanted this fight. Now, I don't think Ortiz is ducking AJ. I just think if you're Ludabella alluded to it in the interview with Ron yesterday, that if you're Ortiz and you're with PBC, you've got a Wilder rematch. Now, we have to remember that the first Wilder Ortiz fight was a good fight. It was a great fight. At that point, it was arguably the knockouts, Wilder nearly being taken out. That was exactly what you wanted from a heavyweight fight. So having seen part 1, could they argue part 2 is pay-per-view? And if it is pay-per-view, then surely the offer on the table from Eddie Hearn might be less. If you're PBC, you could say to Luis Ortiz, well, don't take that Joshua fight. We can give you Wilder this year, and we can give you more for Wilder this year. You've already been in with Wilder, and you might be under the impression you could actually beat Wilder because you believe that Wilder got given extra time after the 7th round. So if you're Ortiz and you have been in with someone and you're confident you can take someone out, and they're offering you potentially more money, and you scream that you're loyal to Al Heyman, which he said many times, there's many reasons for Ortiz not to take this fight.
Now that's a good argument. If he is promised a Wilder fight later on this year, or maybe even a Wilder pay-per-view, or even the concept that could happen, then I could see where the low ball offer could start coming to play. I could see where your value starts to rise a little bit, and you feel like, hey, if y'all was giving Big Baby 6.5, man, I need at least 4. You know what I'm saying? 5 means that's a good number. Take off whatever the zone was putting on the top, and just give me 5 million if I AJ. I'm sure if that was the offer, Ortiz would not have turned it down.
I mean, I'm just assuming it wasn't the 6.5, man. If it was, we wouldn't be having these issues, you know. I just can't see anybody turning that type of money down on short notice. I'm gonna be fair and say that I can see Ortiz trying to ask for more. The same argument that I made, that he brings more to the table than Big Baby Miller. Plus, you know, they might have felt like, all right, this is the perfect opportunity to try and squeeze for more because they need us. It's short notice. You know, they're trying to salvage the event. So maybe they outpriced themselves. Is that a possibility? And they're just coming out ahead of this saying, hey, you know, another lowball offer.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I said it to Mike earlier on FaceTime that there's this narrative that's associated with this theme around AJ and Eddie Hearn, which is low ball offers. So even if you received a great offer from someone, from Eddie Hearn, to fight AJ, you could still come out and say it's a low ball offer because Dillian White said it. Wilder said it. Joseph Parker initially had said it. There's so many heavyweight fighters that have said, we've received a low ball offer, or we've laughed at that offer, or this can't be serious. So saying something is a low ball offer is just a trend, and the likeliness is that if you've got a matchroom fighter in Dillian White calling AJ and a matchroom offer a low ball offer as well, then it's easy to jump on that train. So I don't think it was a smart move. It was a smart chess move, because if you call it a low ball offer, you're most likely going to get support in that it is a low ball offer. But I do have to say, I think with Ortiz, if the rumors are, I have to judge him in a way, because essentially he was offered a Dillian White fight. Dillian White said offers were made, and they're not really responding to claims saying, no, we didn't receive 2 million. I mean, if you didn't receive 2 million for Dillian White, surely you would come out and say, no, that's absolute rubbish. We didn't receive that. And they didn't really deny that. If Dillian White is offering 2 million, we have to assume that they were going to be offered more for the Joshua fight at Madison Square Garden in short notice too. So I don't know if Luis Ortiz's team or Luis Ortiz really and truly want to fight these two British heavyweights. I can't guarantee that they truly do.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's difficult to say. Our mastermind Elm says that lowballing is subjective to the fighter, and it's true, right? Because, you know, what might be low to Ortiz isn't low to Dave Allen. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show, and it helps us grow. We're looking for at least 2 brave souls to go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel, bringing us to 100,000, 2,000, or 102, right? 102, 102,000. So, yeah, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're trying to get to 200,000. Let's do it. We can do it together for sure. Man,
We got a super chat from my guy, Jack Kilsby. Ortiz couldn't find his blood pressure medication.
That's another narrative, right? Like, they're saying, well, you know, this guy doesn't have the time, but he just fought, right? He just fought versus Hammer. How long ago?
Maybe a month and a half ago.
That's about a month. Yeah, just over a month.
About a month. Okay. I mean, I don't know, man. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. It helps with that visibility. Lets us know that you enjoy what we're doing, and it helps us grow for sure. Any final thoughts, gentlemen? We might as well get out to the callers, if any. Actually, no callers, so we could just be out.
Yeah, my final thoughts are it's likely, man. My guy Akan said it in the chat. All indicators and all points are like leading to Michael Hunter, matchroom fighter, under the same umbrella, American, can speak.
Yo, if they do matchroom fighter with 16 fights, that is disrespectful to the boxing fans. Like, yo, a dude with 16 fights get a shot at 4 titles. You telling me like that? That's unexplainable. You can't act like there was no one else available. Derek Chisora just won. There's plenty of people available that are more accomplished than Michael Hunter.
No, I agree with them being more accomplished, though. But you have to remember the UK heavyweights that are more accomplished than him you can't put on you can't get Brits to fly out from the UK to go and see two UK guys fight. I know it's AJ and it could be Dillian White, but that's a Wembley fight. I know it's Chisora, but that's also a big UK fight if that was to happen. So the UK guys are technically off the table. If this whole Ortiz is going back and forth, Michael Hunter, you have to remember as well, he's a mutual opponent in terms of Usyk. So if you're trying to build Usyk in the future, you could say, well, this is who they've both fought. It makes sense for them long term. Michael Hunter is most likely someone that's going to come out to look to fight. A lot of people are coming out and saying, give him a chance too.
He's a cruiserweight. It should be unacceptable that a cruiserweight just moves up, has one or two fights that we didn't even get to see, and gets a shot at AJ, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, I seen both fights. So Michael Hunter, he got Ustinov out of there like late. It was kind of a tough fight for him. Not gonna say that he was just beating Ustinov, but it was a competitive fight. But the what's the guy's name? Martin
Ustinov that Andy Ruiz just knocked out, and Brian Jennings knocked out, and everybody knocks out.
No, that's Dimitrenko.
Oh,
but going back to Martin McCauley, he was a highly touted British prospect that was set up to beat Michael Hunter, but Michael Hunter ended up stopping him. And that guy just came back with a victory. So it's like, I mean, and Martin McCauley is one of AJ Lee's sparring partners at that. So
speaking of sparring partner, they slid that name in there the other day or a couple hours ago. A bet. Cabell is gonna be in the running now. We got a few super chats we got to get to. One from Fireman, just says Fireman. Then we got another one from Teddy B. Says Hunter's best win is just as good as Miller. Usyk 2.
Damn.
What?
Hunter's best win at heavyweight. He beat Ustinov and he beat Bacoli.
I don't think those wins are better than Big Baby's, but it don't even matter.
Not.
It don't even matter at this point. Big Baby's wins are all in question, man. We don't know when he was doing what he was doing, and you know what we were most impressed about him was that he can let hands go, and now we know why, or at least we're being told why. Fireman comes back with another super chat. Says, tell Ortiz to take his tail from between his legs and fight for the belts. Damn shame.
It is kind of disappointing that either the offers are not right or Ortiz camp don't feel like they have enough time to prepare.
Well, Ortiz camp is saying that they were staying quiet because they thought they were going to get the fight. So at least we can take out of that, Mike, that they thought they could be ready on time. They just needed the money to be right.
I can understand that point, but there's two sides to a story, and I'm waiting to give my complete synopsis until I hear what Eddie Hearn has to say about this Ortiz situation that I can kind of break down. You know what he's
going to say, bro? When Dillian White said he's seen the $50 million, Eddie shrugged it off and said, yeah, whatever. Did they really show it to him? You know, when Dillian White was saying you gave me a lowball offer in his face, Eddie still found the way to spin it in the Coogan interview. So it's like, it doesn't matter what Eddie says. Like, he's just going to paint it in a way to make Ortiz look like their team is something. He's going to say, oh, it was quite substantial. The offer was very substantial. He ain't going to give you a number, bro. He ain't going to give us a number.
And I think if anything... Go ahead, man.
I was like, and I can, when I watch that interview, or if it does happen, I can decipher bullshit. I can decipher body mannerism.
Please, bruh. Please. Huh? You and I have been debating. You and I have been debating why you can't decipher other people's body language, man. We just were arguing about.
Can we not do this right now, man? You always want to bring up Crawford, but you always hate him, though, man. Like you a hater. Why do you want to bring up somebody
even say his
hate
name
on all the time? You're about to, because we were arguing about it earlier. What else have we been arguing about all day now?
That's not what I was talking about, but whatever. Okay. You want to make it about that.
Yeah, I was going to say in terms of, Ness, I agree with what you said about Eddie Hearn discrediting that, because Eddie Hearn would just come out and say, well, he rejected the offer we made for Dillian, and he's now rejected even more money the offer that we made for AJ. So he's got a built-in, he can use the Dillian White offer to essentially say,
He'll turn around and say, I got 24 heavyweights that called me, and all 24 will take that offer, and we'll see if Dillian White thinks that, Luis Ortiz thinks that offer is a low ball. Like, he's just going to spin it. He's good at words, man. He's good at words.
Definitely good at words, but again, sometimes the word comes out and it's just bullshit. And I like to watch those on interviews so I can see how serious he was about making this fight. It doesn't seem like if the offer was right, Ortiz and his team, by what they're saying, would have not accepted this fight.
Well, let's go out to the phone lines. We got a few callers jumped on. Let's see what they think.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Hey, man, before we get to any calls, we got 533 watching and only 72 thumbs up. I know I haven't gone on one of these rants in a long time, but if you're watching the video right now on YouTube, it costs you nothing to smash that thumbs up button, and it doesn't even hurt you, but it helps us a lot. Become more visible, let more and more people see this amazing show. Ness is doing a great job with the new overlay, so you can see me, Khan, and Ness more clearer. So if you want this to continue and the hard work to continue, smash that thumbs up button, please. Thank you so much.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Okay. I'll take 50 million up front. If that's the case, Wilder's team, bring me 50 million up front and we'll take the fight.
I'll see you soon then.
Brandon, Cincinnati.
What's going on, Mike Ness and Colin Ness? Looking up for the spontaneous show. The article I read didn't disclose a figure. Have you guys heard of a figure that was offered, or have they not came out with it yet?
No
the article
figure.
I read didn't disclose a figure.
No figure.
Yeah, right now we are figureless and it's all speculation.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, sometimes you gotta strap your necks on and go for the glory. His highest payday is $500,000. If they offering you $1 million, that you doubling your highest payday at the end of the day, man. Go out there and show some guts to fight for the belt. I mean, the rumor was he wanted $10 million. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. That's 20 times more than your highest fucking payday.
Brandon, even if it was a lowball offer, they never sent the contract. So even if he wanted to accept it, what are you supposed to accept it on? Toilet paper?
So how can you reject it then if you never saw a contract?
That's what he said. He said we tired. If you listen to him, he said we tired of waiting on him. He made us wait. Nothing's come through, so we done. We ain't gonna fuck with it. That's what he's saying.
My nigga, it's Tuesday. The news came out Thursday.
Bruh, Mike, he said that the man contacted him. He said the man contacted him and told him he pretty much had to fight and to stay quiet. That's what he told him.
Stay quiet, nigga. It's Tuesday. Can you wait till Thursday?
Bruh, why you acting like you know when he called Luis Ortiz?
I'm not.
You don't know. You don't know how soon. Listen, let's also educate Mike on something else. And the only reason I know this is because Vada.
Eddie heard the news on Thursday.
No. You don't know what I'm gonna say, Mike. Stop thinking you a fucking psychic. The only reason I know this is because when Lamont Peterson popped by Vada when he was gonna fight Amir Khan in the rematch, Golden Boy got mad as hell at Vada because they didn't notify Golden Boy of time so that they could try and salvage their event. So moving forward, Vada contacts the promoter directly. So we don't know when Eddie knew about Jarrell Miller and started negotiating with Luis Ortiz for Mike to take a stance that Luis is rushing all of a sudden. But I'm sorry, Brandon. You know, Mike always waits for callers to call to want to say some shit.
Bruh, I just said exactly what you said, my nigga.
No, you didn't.
I did. Just because we heard about it on Thursday, don't mean Eddie didn't hear about it on Monday or Tuesday. That's what I just said.
All right, so why you telling Luis Ortiz to be patient? You don't know how long he been fucking waiting.
Bruh, it was still under a week ago, Ness.
You don't know.
Don't you say lawyers and shit got to look at contracts and promoters got to look at it to make sure everything right?
Whatever, Mike. Whatever. You a hater,
whatever,
bro.
Mike. Go to the
I pressed the bell
do
twice.
what you do best.
No.
Do what you do
no,
best.
you stole
Play
Brandon
me a
time.
soundbite.
You
Play me a
stole Brandon's time.
Then
you stole
go to a call.
Brandon's time, all I know. I stopped the clock for him, replayed it, and you want to do it again. 2 times I hit the clock. Mike want to talk on your time, Brandon.
Hello? I'm still hungry, yeah, man. At the end of the day, I'm just tired of this shit, man. It's funny because before y'all came on, I was watching Counter Punch on Netflix. And I was running the part when Al Hinder told Peter Quillen to vacate his belt to Dazn Corbo. And it's just the same shit I've been saying with these PDC niggas, man. When it's time to go outside the house, they want fucking Bill Gates retirement money. No different from Danny Garcia turning down $80 million to fight Bud, then take $1 million to fight Donato. This nigga turning down more than what he's ever made to turn down a fight for 3 titles. And Luis Ortiz, bro, you're not gonna get that money from Al Hammond. You want $5 to $10 million from fucking Eddie Hearn. Let's see how fast. Like I said, let's see how fast Al Hammond gets $5 I'll wait.
Hey man, I don't know if you read the end of the quote. But he was clear that he don't got these money issues when they deal with Al Hammond. So, you can say whatever the fuck you want. They cashing checks.
I'll wait. Let's see when he gets $10 million from Al. Have you got it yet?
Hey, he obviously got something. Let me tell you something. He obviously got something. He obviously got something that he ain't leave yet. Let me tell you who ain't get what they wanted. Mayweather. Cut it. Let me tell you who else ain't get. Let me tell you who else ain't get what they wanted. Oscar. Let me tell you who else. Cotto. Let me finish telling you. Mikey. And let me continue to tell you. Vasil will leave him because he cannot complete his legacy with Top Rank unless he's gonna do something that's only going to jeopardize his career, and that's move up to 140. That's the only way he can continue to cement his legacy at Top Rank. They ain't got nothing for him. They're going to have to throw him Ramirez. And do he really want to move up? I mean, I know they fought in the amateurs, but do he really want to move up?
Oh, really?
Dominic.
They did?
Huh?
They did?
Yeah, I believe him and Jose Ramirez and Vasil fought, yeah.
Ooh, that's good. Okay.
Dominic, talk to me. Seattle, what up?
Yo. Hey, I think that I really wish he would have took it. It would have been a perfect, opportunity for himself because he is getting old. He probably won't get that fight again until like 2 years from now because Deontay Wilder's next. But Michael Hunter, I don't know. I really think he could have stepped up a little better. And Terrence Crawford's trash. I had to say that. And that's my call.
All right, Dominic. Thanks for calling in.
You're trash. You're trash. Your call was trash, nigga. You better use your damn mobile time.
Hurricane Ray in Miami, talk to me. I almost thought that was Luis Ortiz for a minute. All right, I'll come back to you, champ. We're going to go to...
If you're listening right now, YouTube, smash that thumbs up button. There's no reason why we shouldn't have 300 thumbs up. 603 watching. We brought y'all a spontaneous topic. Ortiz, Joshua. It's not going to happen. Ortiz said the offers are lowball. So go ahead and smash that thumbs up button right now. Right now. If you want to go one step farther, head over to patreon.com and go ahead and sign up to Patreon/The Boxing Boys. We do shows every day. I'm talking about Monday, we got Untitled. Tonight, we're doing film study. Tomorrow, we're going to find out some fucking betting shit about these odds that's coming up this weekend. Thursday is coming creeping, and Friday is the inaugural. Well, not inaugural, but the highly touted, the highly hyped betting show that we almost won some money last weekend, man. Ness was this close. He was this close to winning $1,800 off what?
Big money too.
$1? You almost won $1,800 off $1? Man, you a bad boy.
Fucking one fight, bro. One fight ruined it all. But time to get hype.
BoxingVoice.com.
It's money to shit. Working that wrist. Ballin' like Swiss. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work.
Hey yo, what's going on? What's going on? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, what up, H Money?
Hello. All right, what's going on? Hey, it's your boy H Money, Mr. TBV, the Boxing Voice 2019 Rookie of the Year, Mr. Dazn. And I just want to talk about boxing. You know, Luis Ortiz, I respect his background. I respect his amateur background, but as a professional, he really hasn't beat anybody for me to be like real excited about him. I know he fought Deontay Wilder, and that was a big fight in Brooklyn, but I mean, I really don't see where everybody else sees in him, bro. He's a good fighter. He beat Brian Jennings. You know, that means something, but you know, he's really older. He's an older fighter, and I'm not too big on him, but if that fight can't happen with Anthony Joshua, you know, I'm willing to watch any fight, bro. You know, especially with Anthony Joshua, any fight with AJ is a big fight, and it's going to sell out. So I'm always going to be on some positive shit. And I just want to thank this show once again, the Boxing Voice, the best podcast in the world, the best boxing podcast on the planet. Everybody hit the like button, share the video, tell a friend, subscribe to the channel, bro. And Ness, I just want to know if you're going to watch the 40 days with Canelo versus Jacobs tonight with LeBron James. You gonna check it out, brother?
Of course, champ.
Yes, sir. Hey, Ness, man, I appreciate the support. Mike, thank you for all the support and the con, bro. Y'all my brothers, bro. You know, some people ain't got no families, bro, and y'all support me, bro. So that mean everything to me, bro. I'm trying to tone it down a little bit, trying to be more professional, bro. Hopefully one day I can work for TBV. You know what I'm saying? Taking it into consideration, my brother.
H Money, man. Thanks for calling in, brother. We're gonna cut it. Vito in Malaysia. Talk to me. Cut it.
Vito, what's good, man? What's good?
Yeah, what's good? Mike, you're apparently the only person making sense today. Whenever it comes to anything that makes Wilder looks good, Ness turn into a dumbass completely. Now tell me, let me ask you a question. How much did Ortiz make for the Wilder fight? Now, anything would you say that if Ortiz got offered, say, about $2 million to fight AJ, would that be a low blow? Why did they not include and the offer that was sent? This is probably a scheme for Ortiz to save his ass, to make it not look like he's ducking or he's probably still on juice. That's simply as that. And Ness, stop sounding so dumb. You're discrediting what Eddie N has not even said. Just trying to write him off like that. You sound dumb when you do that shit. Really. That's my call.
Vito, great call all the way from Malaysia.
All the way mad in Malaysia. You mad. Your champion again, Ducks Luis Ortiz, is all I know. Again. Mons fought him. Rod and A70.
What's going on,
Hey,
Rod and
next time,
A70? My bad for not reading your super chat this morning, man. We didn't get to it.
Hey, Ness was right. You guys did put it on the screen. I went back and looked at it. That was my fault. So I got to send you guys in a super chat on me. But next time, Ness, cut off that dumbass Malaysian dude, wherever the fuck he's from.
Why y'all
He's
hating on
stupid.
Vito, man?
Every time he call in, every time Vino, whatever his fucking name is, he call in with some stupid shit. And he sounds slow as hell. But I
That's
think
AJ's
Luis
uncle.
Ortiz. I believe it. I would say with Luis Ortiz, if they're offering him $2 million plus, he should take the fight. And I say it because of this, Ness. He's getting older.
Yeah, he could wait on Wilder, but what if AJ and Wilder come to a deal? That's 2 fights. That's a year. That's a year taken out of Wilder's career, and then he's going to go and fight Fury. That's another 2 fights. So Wilder could be tied up, possibly, with AJ and Fury the next 18 months. So you don't want to take that chance. So if you get this opportunity and they actually call you later this week with, let's say, 2.5 million, 3, I would go ahead and take it just for the opportunity. If you lose, hey, you still got another big name on your resume. You go make a $500,000 in your next fight to $1 million. If you win, you set yourself up for a bigger payday. I think he should wait for them. If they let him know the end of this week, go ahead and take the fight. That now, if they lowball him with $1 million to $1.5 million, no, turn it down, because like you said, you can make that, with Dillian White or somebody else.
Bruh, just think about it, man. Think about it. They offered Dillian 4 or less. They offered Big Baby 6.5. So, like, they gotta be lowballing, because who the hell? Like, it just sounds like the numbers gotta be right. Like, you gotta factor in his short notice. So you gotta make all that, felt in your offer. And I'm just assuming that, Eddie is intelligent, but he's also more intelligent than what you guys think. He could be lowballing everybody to then just turn around and say, nobody wanted to take it, and we had to go with Michael Hunter because we run out of time. Same thing he did. Wilder didn't want to sign. WBA made us 48 hours with Pavek. And like, bruh, we've been here before, man. They're going to do what's right for them, especially on short notice. D
we
on
got some
Skype.
Super chat.
We're going to get to him. D on Skype, talk to me.
Yo.
What up?
Oh, man. What's up, man? I just literally saw the headline and jumped on the call. Luis Ortiz turned down the money? Nah,
He's
man.
saying it was a low ball. We don't know what's the amount.
But I remember a while ago, Ortiz said he would take any money, he'd fight any time. Like, what's happened, man? That's the fight we wanted to see. I'd love to have seen that fight. I'm not even an AJ fan or this or that. Sure, you know my calls by now, this, but come on, man. You should have just took it, man, so we could see the damn fight.
Wilder said to you guys already, you guys tell people to take it because you don't have that type of money in your bank account. People that are well off.
Hold up,
it's just the truth. It's just the truth.
Now, what I'm saying is, remember, Ortiz himself or his manager, whoever runs his social media, said they'll take any amount. So all I'm doing is calling him on his word, man.
Hey,
he said he would take money.
That's all he's saying.
You should have known that shit wasn't going to fly. Ain't nobody going to take any amount. Yo, AJ is officially the Willy Wonka ticket. I don't know why you guys act like it ain't, man. Like, ain't nobody just going in there for $1 million. Dudes want their money like everybody else.
Yeah, but look, I mean,
you know what happened?
On what you believe in, you accept all consequences.
But bro, you can't hang around waiting for Wilder, man. You can't do that, bro. He's already fought Wilder. You might as well take the AJ fight. What's the point in waiting around for a fight that might not even happen? You should have took it, man. Fuck it.
I hear
or
you,
at least negotiate, try to push for a bit more money then. I get what you're saying this about
90 seconds.
Give him nothing.
Cut it. We're going to go to Oliver Boomeranger in Bermuda. Talk to me on Skype.
Yo, can you hear me clearly?
We hear you, champ.
Yeah, so basically, I don't think Hearn and Joshua want the fight, and I'm always quick to call AJ a duck, but at the end of the day, Luis Ortiz is one of the most skilled fighters. He is one of the most skilled fighters, and he's a southpaw. I mean, I think that's unfair to expect anyone to take that fight on short notice. Let's say if he was an orthodox fighter, it would be a different ball game, but he's preparing for a right-hander, and now he all of a sudden has to prepare for a left-hander with the skill of Ortiz. That's
why it's a low ball. That's why it's a low ball, because it's like, yo, I got to fight this tough dude. You'll offer him something that he won't take so we could blame it on him.
Yeah, that's my point. And to Akan's point that he was making earlier about, it's just the talk of the day with Eddie Hearn and AJ lowballing. I mean, Dazn had to step in to pay Big Baby. And if Dillian White, who was working with Matchroom, says it, all fingers do point to that they are lowballing.
10 seconds.
So, I just don't think they want the fight. And as far as him fighting Wilder, it's not that clear cut. If we can look at the environment last year with the heavyweight division, right now it's completely different. We don't know when he's going to have access to Deontay Wilder. That's a possibility. So they just didn't want the fight. And if he is the A side, he can fight whoever he wants. It should not be an issue of money. So that's my call. Everyone smash the like button. Talk with you guys later.
Oliver in Cleveland. Thanks for the call, brother.
By way of Bermuda. Let's see here. All right, so we got some super chat. First one up is from Adrian Taylor, who says, you know what people keep saying, AJ shouldn't fight this guy or that guy, but no one's saying who he should. End of the day, AJ could only fight what's available.
We got another one from Texas C. We knew Ortiz was going to come out after the fight was made, blaming AJ, was dead quiet for the longest. 100% lowball offer was more than he got for Deontay.
Yeah, like people know what he got for Deontay.
Yeah, we don't know, like, officially, because of all the, what happens behind the scenes. Another one from Texas C. Ness, seriously? You at troll. Ortiz ducked.
He ducked, all right. He ducked that low ball. He ducked that low ball offer. That's what the fuck he ducked.
He must got really, really low then.
Yeah, y'all got low. That's what y'all got. Y'all got real low. I don't know what you talking about, champ. He ain't no champ taking no low ball money, man.
He never been a champ. Only
guys, we have to remember as well that people's value.
Yeah, I'm on your ass day, bro.
People's value, these heavyweights' value increases in their opinion as well when they're fighting AJ.
Absolutely,
that's true. That's true.
Gone into that, and he might have accepted less for Wilder initially, but if he's looking at 3 belts, he's looking at Madison Square Garden, he's looking at tickets left, he's looking at, I'm an established heavyweight, I'm top 5, so pay me. I want to be paid more than Miller. I thought that Miller's fought that was on the level of a Wilder. So when he says, he's received a lowball offer, you could argue a lot of these heavyweights would accept it. A lot of other heavyweights would accept it. But these top 4, top 5 heavyweights, they might say, I bring more to the table. So you...
Yes! Fucking a con, man. A real dude.
I'm going to ask y'all to just a hypothetical
Not
question.
no UK nut hugger, man. Not like this guy right here.
Ask y'all a hypothetical question. If you guys ran Team Ortiz and were able to accept a offer on his behalf.
We can't do none of that, Mike, till we know what's the number. Give us a number for us to hypothetically accept.
You give me a number.
No, you give me a hypothetical number. I want 6.5 million. I want minimum 6.5 million, but I deserve more because I've done more in the sport of boxing as a whole than kickboxer, Big Baby Test PD Miller positive. Fuck out of here. Give me more. Give me more. And I'm saving your event. And I'm saying, no, minimum. That's the fucking floor. That's the floor I walk in on. 6.5. I walk in on that floor, make sure the carpet is red, and you got some broad give me cherries as I'm walking to the fucking negotiation table. John Skipper better be having a fucking a paper fan or some shit. Fuck out of here, man. I'm saving your event. Listen, you know how many people will come to New York City if it's Lewis versus AJ? Let's just be real. Ain't nobody coming for Hunter, man. Ain't nobody coming for Hunter. I like him, but I don't even know him.
His family will come.
Bruh, come on, bruh.
Look at now, brother. Now, people think I don't like this, but that's one of the reasons I like the nigga right there. That whole little essay he just went off on, that shit was epic. Akon, same question to you, bro. What is, if you ran Team Ortiz, what would be an acceptable offer that you would accept? Ness said minimum 6.5. That's goddamn before he walk in on red carpet type of shit.
If you know, at this point, 5 weeks to go, I'm probably, if I'm Ortiz and I'm the best heavyweight option available right now, Deontay Wilder is not available, Fury is not available. If I'm Ortiz, I'm asking for 7 million and I'm asking for a percentage of that UK pay-per-view that Miller was getting as well. That's what I'm starting with. Even if I want to accept 6.5 or 6, I'm starting at 7. If they want to offer me 6, I can negotiate that down if I want to. But I'm starting at 7, and I want a percentage of that pay-per-view because he's the best available option, and he's also the one that would most likely sell that out.
You want a percentage of the UK pay-per-view too, huh?
100%. Miller was getting that.
Ooh,
if Miller's getting a percentage when you sell over.
But let's be fair. Miller was getting that. He said specifically depending after a certain number that they made, then he was getting his split. But like, yeah, that's a good point, Akan. Akan is so open-minded, man. I forgot all about that, bro. I forgot all about that. Miller is getting some. So we got a super chat from Joseph Rodriguez.
One last thing. Everybody in the chat, you guys give me your number.
We got a super chat from Joseph Rodriguez that says Adelaide Bird wasn't the judge for Canelo versus Floyd, Trout versus Laura. No. Oh, Canelo versus Floyd, Trout or Laura. And she was the only one who had Khan winning, but the GGG card was horrible. She should be removed. That's from today's earlier show on Canelo Jacobs and the judges. You guys should check that out. Hey, let's change the topic just a little bit. Remember, you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. No, we got more. I'm going to get to him. Don't worry. Okay. We ain't going nowhere. You can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. You want to be part of the conversation. Blog Talk phone lines are down, but I will get to the people that are there, so hang tight. So much for Al being a cancer, hard to deal with, because on the short list, Akan, Eddie Hearn said initially it was Luis Ortiz, Al Haymon fighter, Adam Kovnacki, Al Haymon fighter, and now most recently, the one in the real runnings that we ain't even speaking about, Andy Ruiz Jr. coming off of the Dimitrenko knockout is in the runnings. I mean, I don't know. Eddie Hearn makes it seem like he can't do business with Al Haymon when it comes to Wilder, but he sure does business with all the other fighters that signed to Al Haymon.
Again, you're talking about
I was talking to Akan, bruh. Like, you jumping the gun, champ. Can Akan answer my question? Or your name is Akan too? I ain't know. I mean, you could be from over there too, and you just came early like your man. What's your man with who faked like he was American? What's his name? I don't listen to that mumble rapping shit. You know it. The dude he used to date, I know him only. I promise you I only know that nigga because he used to date Amber Rose.
21 Savage?
Yeah, that's Mike. No wonder
Let
Mike
come up with that con. Don't help him.
No wonder Mike likes so much UK shit, bro. He really 21 Savage, yo.
No, I agree in terms of, but it's weird though because I think Wilder, for some reason, in my opinion, he has a closer relationship with Al Haymon because these other fighters, Andy Ruiz, he's come out and said directly, I deserve to fight AJ next. I basically beat Parker and he went 12 with AJ anyway, so AJ signed your part. So that's not an approach that Deontay Wilder in a super fight has ever taken. He's kind of said, my people and my team are going to look at it, and he trusts.
No, I think it's that he understands, right? I think it's that Andy Ruiz and Al Haymon understand what Andy Ruiz is worth, right? Like, again, it's not like Eddie didn't deal with Al Haymon for the Charles Martin fight, right? So it's Haymon knows and Eddie knows more or less what's it gonna cost to get a Haymon heavyweight. Like, you know that. You know what I mean? And they've done this before. I think, look, Andy Ruiz has even come out on his social media like, yo, I want this fight. What you guys think? June 1st, question mark on the social media. You got a picture of him and AJ. But you also got to understand, he just signing to Al. Al obviously knows how much Top Rank was paying him, so they already know. Like, all right, let's hypothetically here assume, make math simple, Top Rank was paying him $500 a fight, you know. Al already knows, like, you got to inflate that shit. This is your super fight. This is your shot. So maybe 5 times that, maybe 6, maybe 7 times that we're going to ask for. Because we got to remember, Al got Charles Martin like 100 times his highest purse. And yes, situation was different. He had a belt that AJ wanted, but this is his own situation, and it's unique in itself. AJ needs an opponent. I don't think the Andy Ruiz fight is a good fight, to be honest with you. That dude's just Mexican. He doesn't fight on the East Coast. Like, I don't know how that helps at all.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how it helps either, but I guess it's just like an American. He's a name, and again, I mean, at this point, you trying to get anybody you can, and I feel like they got Michael Hunter if they want him, if they need him, but they're still out there actively trying to get maybe Andy Ruiz or a fucking who the guy you brought up, drawing a big ass blank, Cal Bell and. Fucking Cal Bell shouldn't be in the fucking rankings, man. He shouldn't even be in the running. I'm sorry. Your best win is Derek Chisora and fucking when the Prince did a show. What was that show at Con? The Cal Bell show when he beat Derek Chisora.
Derek Chisora. It wasn't in where was it?
It was where they have it once a year, man.
It wasn't in Moscow. It wasn't in
Monaco.
Monaco.
Yeah. But anyway, he shouldn't be in the rankings. We all wanted this Ortiz fight. I mean, as we get closer to the days, the hours, the minutes, I mean, we get fucking closer to the fight. So they got to announce somebody here soon, or, I mean, it's going to be a shit fight.
But one thing I have to say in terms of the Ortiz thing is that it's strange that they've come out now and said, "Oh, we were told to stay quiet." When Eddie Hearn said in the interview straight after this news broke, and they're looking, we want Ortiz, but the news from his team is that he might not be ready. So it's just weird that suddenly it's like, well, we were told to stay quiet. It's a lowball offer, but the immediate news was he might not be ready to face him, and then within a week or less than a week, because this news actually broke on Thursday. So now it's like, oh, I'm done waiting around for Eddie Hearn, not dealing with him anymore. So surely you would wait until maybe they have some form of confirmation who AJ is fighting next, or they have, I don't know, inside information, and they just think, okay, well, we've just been led astray, and we've been told to anticipate this fight that was never actually coming to us. I don't know if they have that kind of information, but it just seems a bit strange that initially it seemed that Ortiz might not take this fight because he didn't have enough time. And I would have said, well, 5 weeks, it might not be enough time. He might want a full camp to face Wilder instead. He might have a more incentive for that instead. But it just seems strange, this statement coming out at this point.
Do we think that this could be like fucking negotiating tactic? You come out publicly in the meeting and say, no, but Eddie Hearn hit you back like, hey, man, what's going on? I thought we were close to a deal. What do you guys need? Do you think this could be like a possibility, or am I just overreaching, overthinking the situation?
Listen, I like that way. I don't know. What I'm interpreting what you're saying is this Luis Ortiz, kind of getting ahead of Eddie and
jocking for position.
Yeah, saying, look, this is low. Now Eddie's got to up the offer. I don't know, man. I don't know if that works, because at this point, Eddie will just cut you out. But we got a super chat from Joseph Rodriguez who says, I know that's late, but I overslept this morning. And he's talking about his last super chat about the scorecards. We got GT Kid in Atlanta. Talk to me.
What's going on, GT Kid? ATL, stand up. We branching out, baby. We branching out.
What's going on, fellas?
I can't call it, big dog. What's going on with you?
This whole thing is crazy, man. Ortiz is ducking, straight chicken running. It's clear as day, man. All these dudes ducking. Wilder ducking $100 million deals. Fight Mandos. I mean, it's just out of control. Everybody's scared. They don't want the British smoke. They don't want that AJ smoke. They know what's coming. They don't want that. They don't want that beat.
That to me 21 Savage crew. I see. I feel you. I feel it.
Big Baby Miller know the same thing. That's why he pumping EPO and all this other nonsense, because he saw what he was up against. He didn't want that smoke either, so he was trying to do everything he could to get an advantage. But it's outrageous, man. These guys keep ducking, and Nets keeps justifying it, which is kind of sad, because you should be objective. You know what I'm saying? But you seem to be stuck on Wilder and making Hearn the bad guy. But it is what it is, fellas. That's all I got.
I don't know, man. I mean, how many people got to tell you Hearn is lowballing him for an AJ fight before you believe him?
No. It seems like we got like a 21 Savage left sales down in Atlanta.
Let's think about it now. I mean, how much is if Ortiz on the books made a 500,000 against Wilder? How much should he get paid?
I mean, if you want to go
based on what?
If you want to go on the books,
based on what?
If you want to go on the books offers, if you want to go on the books offers, we can do that. I can play that game.
Know, right?
No, I can play that game. I can play that game with you if you want.
That's all we know about Ortiz, right? Or do you know something else?
I mean, we know something else.
Yeah, we obviously know something else.
What do you know?
Well, we had a very credible writer, come on here in the name of Keith Heidick and tell us
incredible shit
and tell us that PBC fighters get more than that one commission check. That commission check is established only for the sanctioning bodies, because then if they got what they really, if they put on the commission what they really getting, then the commission really gets. I mean, the sanctioning body really would get their percentage. So if you don't want to believe that, that's fine. I mean, he has every reason to lie.
What's that number though?
I don't know, but like I said, listen to me. Chillax.
I mean, Ness, hold on, Ness. You do know. Keith Thurman told you what? If you made $1 million, then you made what?
$2 million. No, he said to make $1 million, you got to make $2 million.
There you go.
But that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing because that still don't give us a number for Ortiz.
If you make 500,000, never mind.
Nah, man, because that still don't give us a number for Ortiz. But it's like I said, I could play that game if he wants, but we need to then evaluate AJ. How many times?
Bro, these people in the chat are so fucking stupid. It's not like the money that they're getting is not going. Being recorded by the IRS. It's just not getting by the commission. So the commission helps out the
sanctioning body.
I'm saying the commission helps out these sanctioning bodies because the sanctioning bodies goes out based on the commission.
Well, the commission ain't helping the sanctioning body, but the sanctioning body is going based off what the commission puts down.
Yeah. And the checks they're getting probably be like their promotional company or the LLC that they have started.
You know what happened, bro? Years ago when there wasn't an internet and a journalist would uncover something like this, he would be giving credit because he's bringing light to what's going on. But in this world, none of that matters. That's a lie. That guy's bought. He works for PBC.
There's too many narratives out here that people can go and be in an echo chamber where people only think like them. So they when they come out the echo chamber, they don't realize how bad they sound.
Super chat from Fireman again. He says Oliver is a freaking clown, straight nationalist. Oliver from Bermuda, now in Cincinnati. I don't even remember Oliver's call being like that. I don't know. What did he say? I mean, but he does love Wilder. Not love, but, he's pro Wilder. We got another one from FAI. He says, Ness, what will you consider a good offer and what is a lowball offer? Tougher adjustment for AJ because Ortiz fights orthodox all the time. So what would I consider a lowball offer? Like I said, man, if I'm Ortiz, I'm walking into the negotiation already knowing that I can't make any less than 6.5 because that's what Big Baby was getting. And Big Baby was getting that with less accomplishments in boxing than me, whether amateur or pro. And he was getting that with an 8-week, 10-week training camp. I'm only accepting that like after we failed to negotiate for more on a 4, 5, 6.5 week training camp. Come on, man. We got to be fair, bruh. I don't know why we even having this argument. I wish Hearn would have just gave him the 6.5. Just give it to him. Like, we need you. Take it. Take it. Now,
I totally agree.
Does Ortiz want it? again, Ortiz is within his right to negotiate more than that because you need me on short notice and I don't get a full camp. And I'm probably never going to get another AJ shot. I take this AJ shot now. Now I lost to both champions. I'm not coming back. It's going to be hard to get another title shot. You already know how this shit going to be tied up. So you got to be careful what you do. For anybody that thinks that you just rush into this, you can't. He might never get another opportunity. Let me go to Gary in Texas on Skype.
What's going on, Gary?
Yo, what's going on, TBV?
What up?
Yo, Luis Ortiz already knows what he can get. If I were him, I'd go and ask for $9 million. Right? My resume is better than Big Baby Miller's. I'm taking the fight on short notice, and I've done better ratings. If I'm Luis Ortiz, I've been in a fight of the year with Deontay Wilder. I'm not taking any less than I want more. And I'm saving your event on short notice. Yo, Luis Ortiz has all the cards in his hand. Like, there's no one else who can make this fight interesting, right? Like, there's no other name that's available that makes this fight interesting. It's only Luis Ortiz people would want to see. Like, Michael Bounty Hunter, nobody cares about Michael Hunter. Right? They gotta get Ortiz, or this whole event's gonna be ruined. So, like, if I was Ortiz, I would do what he's doing. I would pick a number. I'd say 9. But I wouldn't leave for less than 6.5. I would not take one dime less than what they offered Draw Big Baby Miller, because you already know they have it in the budget. He's already showed his hand.
Well, all right, Gary, thank you for calling in.
Before you go to the next call, I just wanted to say, in terms of, I hear what that caller was saying. However, you can't say they have nowhere else to turn. They actually have a list of other people that they can go to. It might not be what the fans want to see. It might not be what the 17 or however many thousand are going to be in Madison Square Garden want to see. But they don't have to offer Ortiz what Ortiz wants. Like, they actually don't have to. They could say, let's go for a move that works better for us in the long run. Eddie Hearn and Matchroom seem to be businessmen. So for them, it's like, well, Michael Hunter, why not Michael Hunter? He's an American. They're going to sell the hell out of Michael Hunter in the next couple of weeks. They will sell the absolute hell out of Michael Hunter. And they'll say, well, we've got Usyk lined up for AJ soon too. That's a mutual opponent. He will help us sell Usyk versus AJ in America as well. So Ortiz they don't have to like give Ortiz exactly what it is that he wants, because or if Ortiz wants to take that risk and say, well, I'm going to gamble on myself and I'm going to wait on Wilder, I might get Wilder this year. What happens if Wilder Fury gets made? If Wilder Fury gets made and there's a rematch clause and Wilder loses to Fury, when does that Ortiz fight actually does happen? So Ortiz would have left money on the table just like Jerome Miller did. So these type of opportunities don't come around often. So he has to be careful, because he could turn around and say, yeah, let me go ask for 9 million. But if you're Matchroom and you're Dazn, they might not be paying him 9 million. They might say, no, we don't want to pay you 9 million. We don't think you're worth 9 million. So go ahead, Ness.
Nah, you know what's funny is that he said 9 million and the rumor was 10 million. I wish, we could actually talk to Team Ortiz and find out, but the rumor was 10 million that he wanted, and I think it's justified because you're coming in on short notice, but I also agree with you that you don't need to give it to him, but you're going to have a lot of unhappy fans, and Michael Hunter should not be an option, with 16 fights. AJ isn't Charles Martin. When AJ fought Charles Martin, he had around 16 fights, but we were expecting AJ to be everything that he is today. We haven't said that about Michael Hunter, I know he's turned his opinion, or Mike has changed his opinion of him after watching him come up to heavyweight and have a few heavyweight fights. But
honestly, my opinion of him gained in his loss to Usyk. Besides Brady's, I think he has the best performance against Usyk of any opponent that Usyk has fought. If you go back to watch that fight on HBO, Michael Hunter definitely has some success against Usyk. So Bagari is gritty. I mean, he comes to fight, but I think, like Ned said, he's a cruiserweight moving up. It's just gonna be tough for him to fight a guy the size and as massive as AJ.
Yes, sir. Let me go out to Hurricane Ray in Miami. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. It helps us grow. And while you're there, subscribe to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice and help TBV get to 200K. Going out to sunny Miami. Hurricane Ray, talk to me.
What's going on, brother? What's going on, Mike? How's everything, man? I know you guys are going back
Everything's
and forth
going great, man.
with
How's
this,
everything
and,
going with you?
Man, it's sunny out here in Miami. We're just loving the weather out here, man. But, you know, getting to the nitty-gritty, man, and I know you asked about the patience and what's it going to take to make this fight, but, you know, I recall that Eddie Hearn had signed Ortiz and promised to fight to Ortiz when he was on his table. Ortiz then left because, you know, he wasn't given the fight or the opportunity. It seems like we're going around in circles here when Eddie Hearn could make this fight possible. And I really don't want to hear about southpaws and preparing for this, preparing for that, because these are boxers. They've been fighting and sparring all their life. They're ready. They've been bred for this. They're ready for any style of fight. You know, yeah, you want to sharpen up some things when it comes to a southpaw fighter or vice versa. But there's things that they already know. Ness not wants to talk about the top ranked diet, but what about the diet that Eddie Hearn is giving constantly to AJ? Straight duck. He's giving him straight duck. I mean, I don't know what's it going to take for this guy to move the ball. Like, this dude ain't even putting himself in a position to be ranked in the WBC. That's unheard of, man. Like, you got to make moves if you want to be an undisputed champion, you want to be a lineal champion, you got to make the moves to become that, and he's not even making those moves. You want to stay comfortable and stay in his lane and not reach out, which to me it's upsetting because, man, we just want to see the best fights, and yeah, we want them to all make money, and yeah, you know what? Cut it.
Nez, I know you're about to go to another call, Nez, but I feel like with that caller, you can't call in and say, he's not doing much because he's not ranked in the WBC. AJ's a champion. He can't be ranked in the WBC anyway. You also can't really call in and say, he's a duck. He's not really fought anyone. He's arguably got the best resume out of the heavyweights currently. You can't also then call in saying, it's just another duck, when these heavyweights are always in shape. No, Deontay Wilder and AJ are probably the only two heavyweights out of the top 15 that are constantly in shape. These guys don't look like they leave camp. Deontay Wilder looks like a week into his camp, he's in shape. AJ looks like he's forever posting that he's in the gym. So you can't say the heavyweights are constantly in shape because they wouldn't need training camps. These guys got into training camp to get into shape. So I just feel like if you're going to call and you're going to make the points that you've made, you need to make sure that you come with something at least credible, because you basically contradicted yourself the whole way through.
And real quick before we get to another caller, we got like 730 watching, so we're gonna need them thumbs up to be smashed. If you're now just joining the live broadcast, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. We're trying to get bigger and grow, and so we can go to more and more places and get more coverage on boxing. So go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Let me get at least 400 before this live stream is over with. Nestor, go to another caller, brother. Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to go to the UK. Wally, talk to us.
What's going on, Wally? Long time no see.
What's happening, man? It's just been busy, and we've been blessed with some sunshine in the UK for a change. So, this heavyweight division is just getting a bit too, like, I don't know, man. Some drama queen shit, man. I just look at Ortiz, and I see it from two different aspects. One aspect is telling me, of course, he's going to ask for as much as he can because AJ is a cash cow, and why not? If he can get that, congratulations. But then another part of me thinks, if he actually doesn't, this guy has always said AJ's docked him. He'll never get the opportunity. He'll never get this, and then for the first time ever, he actually got an opportunity.
Yeah, sure, they're working on this.
At 4 belts and a few millions. So I don't know what excuses are going to come up. What's a lowball? Is 4 million a lowball? Is 3 million a lowball? It's even 2 million at Lowball.
Cut it, cut it, cut it.
Oh, Wally, I'm sorry, champ, but you got like a shitty connection. I know some of that wasn't your fault. We had another person join in, but you just have no, like your connection is just poor. Elijah on Skype, talk to me.
What's going on,
Hello,
Elijah?
TVV. What's good? Hello.
What up, champ?
But initially, Eddie said that the Ortiz camp said he wouldn't be ready. But I recall Ortiz had 5 weeks notice for Wilder. But just overall, my opinion is I don't think Al Heyman will ever let Wilder or Ortiz fight White or AJ, purely to uphold Wilder's win over Ortiz. I just don't think the fight will never happen because there's always excuses. But yeah, that's my call.
All right. Let's keep it moving. We got some more on Skype. Looks like Casey. What up?
What's going on, Casey?
What up?
My G's. Listen, I'm just wondering, what do you think about Andy Ruiz, man? Andy Ruiz, he just knocked out someone recently.
Yeah, I mean, I heard he's the favorite so far. He's the favorite to get it. I just don't see how that works more than Luis Ortiz. Like, Andy Ruiz is Mexican. He hasn't fought in a very long time. I mean, he's had 3 fights in the last 3 years. He's had 3 fights since his loss to Joseph Parker. He's never fought in the East Coast that I know of. I just don't see. Like, this is just, a easy way not to take Ortiz.
Right, I understand that, but I heard Ortiz is like guaranteed another shot with Wilder. So I don't think Ortiz is gonna risk 7 weeks. That's what I heard. And also, I just want to ask you one question. What do you think about Dillian White against Oscar Rivas? Like, do you think Oscar Rivas is a good fighter? Like, from the UK, we've not heard about him. I just wanted your input on Oscar Rivas. Hello?
Yeah,
man. I'm a fan.
We like the
of,
Oscar Rivas fight.
Honestly, I think he's a pressure fighter. He brings a lot of excitement to the fight. But I seen a article today from World Boxing News that I think some fans or some people are concerned about his eyes or something like that. So we'll see how the medical goes and if there.
Yeah,
if
he was
that
set to
even
have
is
some
an
sort of
issue.
surgery, right? And they wanted to
Yeah.
make sure he was going to be medically cleared.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I think Oscar Rivas is a credible opponent. I mean, he beat Brian Jennings coming off a hot win, and Dylan White just, I guess, trying to stay relevant, picking them off one at a time.
Look at Ivan Diaz. Look at Ivan Diaz. He says, Ness, if they ask you to bring TBV on short notice to host a live event in the Wilder versus Joshua because ESPN couldn't do a set, and they offered you more than anything you've ever had, would you take your shot? Again, Wilder already told you guys, for people like me who don't have money in the bank, yes, I'm jumping on my shot. Wilder has money in the bank. Luis Ortiz told you in his statement, I think I need to read it again. I think it's been too long since we've said it. Luis
Make sure
Ortiz,
you put it on the screen when you read it, man. Let them know.
I didn't go that far. You're gonna have to let me.
Okay.
You're gonna have to let me concoct that in the background while we get to some callers. We got a lot. Anyway.
Let me get the super chat real quick though.
Go ahead.
We got one from Texas C. A con sounding like a sellout. Gonna call Tunde for your ass. We got one from B Polly. Hashtag TBV the goats. Hashtag smash that like button. Yeah, do what he said, man. Smash that like button. Another one from the motherfucking pound for pound super chat, King B Pauly. This super chat is for Khan's TBV banner. He's going to be here a while. Go ahead and get it. And we got one from Jack Kilsby taking a shot at me. Mike's from South London. He went to school with me. I ain't never been to the UK, but man, I love to go. And our last one we got from Texas C. Lou told us Ortiz was turning the fight down due to him being on PBC. Is Lou a liar, Ness? Question mark. Taking a shot at Ness, man. Nice.
Is Lou a liar? I would say that Lou wouldn't know since Lou doesn't promote or manage Luis Ortiz. Is that simple enough an answer?
That works for me.
Works for me too. Oh man, little rookies. Little rookies. All right, who we got? Oh, all right. Time to go out to Ohio.
If you know like I know, you should lie low. Killer, I used to get it in Ohio.
What's up, killers? What's up, man? Real quick, man. Just one quick question before I give my little assessment on the situation. Did they say how much he was offered?
Did they say how much who was offered?
No, they did not. No numbers came out.
All right, because I kind of joined kind of late, but the one thing I kind of noticed about this whole Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn, like their whole negotiation tactics. The one thing I kind of noticed is that Mayweather, never all the people he fought, even when it came to him fighting Oscar De La Hoya, and he was the B side. It was never so many people, like so many rejections of negotiations. It's like from Victor Ortiz, Andre. I mean, any and every fighter Mayweather fought, they signed on the dotted line without a damn problem. Now Mayweather wasn't just giving these dudes, he wasn't overpaying them, but he was giving them what they rightfully deserve. I don't understand why Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua was getting all these deals rejected, man. Either the money is tight over there at the zone and they got to save every penny they can, or I don't know. It just don't make sense for only them to keep running into these issues with these fighters that for some reason they can't get these fights signed. But I don't know. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I would. I don't know, man. Be honest with you, I gotta think about it more.
But that's my. What'd you say?
Well, sorry. Repeat the question.
Oh man, you guys terrible.
My bad.
Oh, the question is real quick. The question is, it's like, well, with Mayweather, all the fighters, all the 50 fighters he ever fought, never really had an issue with negotiations, and he wasn't really out here giving money away. Why is it that you think? Why do you think Dazn and Anthony Joshua has such a hard time getting these fights signed?
I think
when you fucking with May.
Go ahead. Okay, so I was going to say partially, Mayweather was a money man from quite early. I also want to say that you have to realize that people dislike Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn isn't liked at all. He isn't liked. He wasn't liked when he came over with this whole DAZN deal. He wasn't liked when he was flashing around his 1 billion. He just wasn't. He's not liked. And I think the offers that they've made, I personally believed they could have gone in and made big offers. But I believe that they've been businessmen first, rather than big fights and we want to see the best fight, the best right now. They're more about, we need to make money. It's a business. And if you hear what Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn have come out and they've said, they talk like businessmen and accountants. They talk about long-term future and about making AJ a billionaire. And for them, it's, we need to keep our outgoings low and generate as much revenue as we possibly can. With Mayweather, he was in control. He was just kind of like, I can offer you life-changing money. And I believe if you're speaking directly with Mayweather, it's a completely different type of negotiation than if you're speaking with Eddie Hearn and they're offering you, in your opinion, a lowball offer. So I think it was just a different type of negotiation, different level of respect.
Anytime you came to the table with Mayweather, you knew no matter what you got, it was going to change how you live life, period. With AJ, it's not even, I don't think it's even half of what Mayweather brought to the table. And there's no disrespect to AJ, but the American market is such a huge market, and the way he was able to branch off to the other countries by fighting guys that were from different countries. Fought the Ricky Hadness, fought Oscar De La Hoya from America, but he fought Marcos Maidana, fought Diego Corrales. He fought all these guys, man, and made his name from an early point. So when he got to that Money Mayweather stage, it was shit. You fight me, man, I'm the A side, and you're going to get not probably what you deserve, but it's going to be a lot more than what you ever made. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So let's read it. Mike, you going to do the honors?
Texas C again coming at Ness here.
That's old, bro. What you talking about? So Lou ain't connected? That's what it is?
Yeah. No, nigga, that's new.
Oh, I got it on the screen, though. Go ahead. Read it then.
So Lou ain't connected? Damn, Rafe don't manage anyone, so everything he say must be shit.
Nah, they never say Rayfield. You adding them in there to help your little weak ass case.
No, what he's
But
saying
Mike, yeah, you
is,
can read this.
say what now? I'll read them. Man, look here, bro. I got some good eyes now, but that shit, if you make it a little bit bigger, I can
What?
fucks with it.
Bruh, you
what?
got the shit in your fucking Texas, man.
Oh, you're right, I do.
Bruh, whatever. It's a no-go for June 1st. And this is from King Kong Boxing, so opening quote. It's a no-go for June 1st. Sorry, guys. We were told to stay as quiet as possible and play possum until fight had been made because every time someone called Lewis out, it would be a gimmick to promote themselves, but it still didn't work. We just received news from the promoter that it's a no-go and it was all a gimmick and Hearn's low ball offers will not be accepted. And no contract even ever got sent. So sorry to all the loyal fans. Lewis really wanted this shot. Lewis really wanted this title shot. Hashtag Lewis versus Joshua. Hashtag Lewis Ortiz. Hashtag heavyweights. Hashtag Southpaw. Hashtag Dade County. Hashtag 305. Hashtag best heavyweight. So for you guys out there like, oh, how could you say it was a low ball offer if he didn't even give a number? That's why we're saying it's a low ball offer, because the man himself is saying it was a low ball offer. You know what I'm saying, champ?
Hey, man, you know, reading that, I just realized the power of Deontay Wilder.
Why is that?
Motherfuckers is calling that nigga Eddie Hearns out this bitch.
With an S. He wrote it with an S, too.
He done added an S to Eddie
No, but
Hearns,
Mike, there's something I wanted to ask you about. How can they say it was a low ball offer and then say that no contract was sent?
Because you could get a term sheet, Con. You could get an email with the offer. You don't need to have a contract to get the offer.
Okay, but they said no and no in that statement. They said no contract was sent, right?
Yeah.
But they also said it was a low ball offer.
Yeah, because you can get your offer in the email, but then they never send you a contract. Right? So like, all right, so Khan, I want to fight you for $2 million, and I'm telling you in the email, Khan, we want to fight you for $2 million. It's gonna be in the O2. It'll be on May 31st. Do you accept? You don't tell us you want it. Why the fuck am I gonna send you a contract? You get it now? You gotta want it to get a contract.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it. I just think the way it's phrased, it just seemed kind of like they didn't even send us a contract. I
hear you. I just like what that other caller said, bro. We ain't getting none of this shit with Mayweather. Not even with Oscar. Like, we never had reports of Oscar being a dick to fucking Trinidad and Mayweather and Pacquiao and Bernard Hopkins. And
I mean,
fucking hell, bro.
Bernard did have a problem. He's like, hey, man, I want that $10 million. And he wasn't coming off that shit, but I believe Todd Brink didn't want to give him that $10 million, not necessarily Oscar.
But then, guys, I think it's also unfair. It's a little unfair because comparing it, because we have to remember as well, AJ's coming from the UK. When's the last time someone came from the UK with this much, essentially, say in the heavyweight division, holding all these belts? Usually, it's an American.
Lennox Lewis.
Okay.
I don't think Lennox came with that much, because when Lennox came, he came to fight Mike. Mike was the attraction. I think Akana is right about that. Look, man, I'm just saying this is supposed to be your debut, your home.
Hey, man, we're 85 away from that 400 mark that I need for that thumbs up. So if you're listening right now, 85 more people need to smash that thumbs up button so we can get to that 400 before this live broadcast ends.
Yeah, because you have to remember as well, he's come and he's sold how many thousands of tickets in Madison Square Garden. It's a bit different because no Brit.
Well, how many thousands of Brits are coming over though?
Yo, but why? I'm just saying you gotta salvage it, man.
Can't say regardless, because
no. I'm saying
hadn't brought over 30,000 people, didn't he?
Okay, but he was fighting. Who was he fighting, Mike?
Mayweather.
Okay, then he was fighting Mayweather. The last time
coming to see Ricky.
Yeah, but when's the last time a Brit came over to America and made that much of noise in New York? When's the last time it's happened? It doesn't really happen. So I know that he's not Mayweather, but I also believe if AJ was an American heavyweight and he was established in America and he had 3 belts and he had huge sponsorships, I believe he'd be throwing money around. because I believe that he would be respected a bit more. I think coming from Britain and coming from the UK, it's a bit different. He hasn't got the cachet of a Mayweather. He hasn't got the status of an Oscar. Eddie Hearn isn't as established as the top promoters. And bear in mind, Eddie Hearn is still trying to crack America as well. So he's not established. He's not a big name in America. He's got the zone, but he's not a huge name in America yet. So I think it's just a bit different. I don't think they're on that level yet. They might not at a level.
Super chat from Brandon Maurice. AJ, no, he says Anthony Joshua equals cash out fight to these Ducks. We got another super chat from Sal. Iron Sal says Andy Ruiz versus AJ. Let's get it. 531 and the new. He's talking when he takes on Jose. He'll be the new champ in Border Wars on 531, and obviously he would like to see Andy Ruiz get a shot. We got to go to Big Just on Skype. Talk to me.
What's going on, Big Just?
Big Just, unmute yourself. Go on once.
2 times.
Twice.
49 more thumbs up.
What up? We hear you. We hear you.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, bro, it's a pleasure to have you on the call, and I would like to thank you to show us, a lot of things about boxing. And
first time calling in, man.
What?
First time calling in.
Yeah, first time. I have you on the call. First time. Anyway.
What's your name? What's your name and where you calling from, man?
Cedric. I come from France, and I come from Paris. And I have to say, I would like to say, about this shit, because I'm gonna talk quick because I know you don't have a lot of time. I will ask people, are you not tired to have Anthony Joshua who making dub fight against people that who don't know before he fight them? I would like to say AJ before after Klitschko, he never fight a big name, and now he's gonna do the same. But people thinks excuses to say, oh, this guy actually is good, where he's not. Just fight Ortiz. Ortiz just say, put the same number of Jarrell Miller contract, put the name of Luis Ortiz, and this good. And they just have to do that. I don't understand how people can, find some excuses. Because if AJ right now just have to fight Ortiz. And I would like to know what you think about that.
Yeah,
man, that's what we arguing, man. We want to see AJ fight Ortiz.
Yeah, that's probably like the simplest way I can put it. Just take Jarrell Miller's name off the contract and put Luis Ortiz and send him to the offer and make sure, hey, it's an offer that he can't refuse. 6.5. I'm pretty sure Ortiz would take that with open arms. And I cannot stress this enough. We've heard Adam Smith. When Coogan brought up Luis Ortiz's name, when Adam and Eddie were in that interview, Adam perked up like, yes, Sky would definitely be happy with that. Before Eddie could say anything, that's what he said. So that tells me that if one broadcast is happy with it, that's going to show it at 4:00 in the morning. The zone should be more than happy with it and should be willing to do what they did for Big Baby and put that 1.5 up. But I understand AJ said his business. Offer the man 3 or 4.5 or whatever. I'm not saying that these numbers that I'm coming out with are reported numbers. They're just my my fucking hypothesis or whatever. And I just think that if that's the case, then 3.5. I mean, I would take it if I was Ortiz. But again, like Ned said, I've never seen one in before, so of course I would. But I just think it's a good offer, but if that's the case, but if they're offering him anything under the 3 million mark, I think it is definitely a low ball.
Yeah, man. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe. It helps with the visibility of the show, and obviously numbers is power. The more subscribers, the more interviews we get. We're going to go out to Matt on Skype. Talk to me.
What's going on, Matt?
Listen, let's just be real about one thing. AJ, comes from the UK. Our little country can fit into the size of in a farm in Texas. That's how small we are, but he's making numbers. Yeah, it's not just me watching. My girl watches, my little daughter watches, my son watches. He's bringing in fans. Now listen, we got the money. People like Joe Miller.
That's why they don't want him to
Ortiz should
lose.
No. Listen, if AJ loses, he loses. But I know he's going to come back and box the man up straight. But what I'm saying to you is, people like Ortiz, they talk. He should just accept the money. But I understand his position. So his position should be like, look, I've made 500 grand or $1 million or 2 mil. But listen, AJ offers him 3 mil, 4 mil, should take it, 6 mil, but he should take. But basically, what I'm saying is, Eddie should offer him the same money if he hasn't already. But if he wants to go for more, he should bargain. They shouldn't be stopping it. They shouldn't be going, oh, well, he offered me 6.5, just off a letter, and then say, oh, nah, he wants to go backwards and forth. That's what you should do. Go backwards and forth. Milk the shit out of it. Don't come out and say, oh, nah, I don't want to fight him. Then gamble on Wilder, lose his payday. Then what if Wilder loses to Brazil? Trust me, people are sleeping. You know, Brazil's not a good boxer, really. He can take a punch, but he can take a punch or two. You got licked down by AJ after chatting rubbish. But if he takes that one little swipe at Wilder and gets knocked out, then
cut it.
Shy Money on Skype, talk to me.
Shy Money was good.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Shy, talk to me.
Yo, how y'all doing, bro? Good morning.
We're good. How are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm just going to work right now. But all I'm saying is this, like, since Luis Ortiz have said that they offered him a lowball offer, but here I want to say how much he was being offered. I think before we all judge Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua, we all should try to know how much Ortiz was offered, because maybe Ortiz might be offered the same money they offered Gerald Miller. But still, because of the PVC thing, they still gotta say it's a lowball offer, so they don't make the fight. Because I'm not trying to blame AJ or whatever. If I should blame someone, I should blame Miller, because AJ was ready to fight Miller, but Miller failed the drug test, so it's never an Anthony Joshua problem that Miller failed the drug test. So Ortiz should take whatever money they gave to him, 5 million, 6 million. I think that's cool. That's just my point, bro.
Well, all right, brother. Thanks for calling in, Shy Money. That's it. I think we got to everyone, and looks like I might have lost Mike, but all right. If he doesn't come in, then we'll be moving on along, because we got to all the callers. Remember to hit that thumbs up button on YouTube. Helps with the visibility of the show. Lets us know you do enjoy what it is that we're doing over here. So, yeah. Let me see. Yep, we got to a Wally. We got to everybody. All right. I don't know what's up with Mike and the con. They dipped off on me, but it is done.com. Yeah. So shout out to everyone that tuned in. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. Lets us grow. Hitting that subscribe button also lets you get those notifications every time we go live. We might do another show right after this one. You just never know. So stay glued to the YouTube channel and let us, hit that notification bell so you get it when we coming back. Peace.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.